There are a variety of techniques that are shown within the sampling of designs that come with this machine, from using water-soluble stabilizer for standalone lace designs, cut work, and applique. So these are the universal symbols for fabric placement and when to cut when doing an applique design. So on design number 7, that's the one we're going to do, we're going to notice that first off, it's going to stitch color 1. Now we just did the video on how to baste in the hoop where we used the fix button, and it stitched a little dotted line or basting stitch to kind of help hold the fabric and stabilizer together. That's great if you have maybe something you can't hoop that would kind of adhere things to the base, the hoop stabilizer. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and count to 3, 1, 2, 3, to pull the thread out, and it's going to stitch just an outline of where the applique fabric is going to go. So that is what we're going to see here on the page, is just a placement, but then the little star indicates we need to add fabric, and then we're going to stitch, and then the next little symbol is a cut, which means we need to cut the fabric. So right now you always wait till the design stitches an outline to know where to put your fabric. So I'm going to just take this gigantic piece. Yes, it's bigger than I need, but it's a lot easier. I usually don't spray it, I usually just lay it down, and I'm going to just push the stop button. 1, 2, 3, pull your thread out, and I'll just use my fingers to make sure that the fabric doesn't move or get hung up on anything, but I'll just kind of let that stitch all the way through. So it's just stitching the outline again. So one outline for placement, the second outline for a tack down. It usually goes around here 2 times to really make sure that if you do trim the thread, it's not a big deal, but it does give you a nice little heavier edge all the way around. Once this is done, I'm going to want to trim with very small, sharp, curved scissors. If you have applique scissors, those work well. At this point, you can decide whether it's going to be easier to take the hoop off the machine or touch OK and use the trim position option by touching your hoop feature and go down to trim position. Touch OK. What it does is it moves the entire design to you. The hoop is still on, and then you can go ahead and do some trimming. Because this does have a lot of little areas back and forth, I'm going to take the hoop off and trim in my lap. Now keep in mind, when you do stop in the middle of your embroidery, your bobbin thread does not cut in between colors, so it stays attached there. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take my fabric and my scissors and trim, or I'll put it up here so you can see. Just trim really, really close. Now when I say close, I mean close. Do not let the fabric get much of a border here. So we're going to go ahead and trim, and if you cut a thread, it's no big deal. It'll cover up later, but you really want to make sure you are very close when you are done. See what I mean by close? Go ahead and return the hoop back onto the machine. And even though we're in the trim position, when we go back out of here, it'll go right back to where we left off. The next area, it's going to stitch around the raw edge a couple different ways. So first it actually goes around with kind of an open zigzag, as you can see right now, and then it will go around again with a satin stitch to really give those edges kind of a nice raised, lifted edge. And it will start in with the detail of the applique. One of the fun things to do while you're embroidering is sometimes to eliminate color changes. Where this little flower, this is design number 7, has a couple different colors, but we have used it as an applique as well. So if I just want the rest of the detail on this flower to be the blue thread, what I can do is stop the machine, turn off the stop button. That way the design will stitch completely for all the way through all its colors without stopping. So it's super easy to do. You can practically walk away at this time and just let the rest of the design finish out by itself.